time clock, and we're still trying to figure out if this 120 actually means 5,880 years. So guys, if you don't know what I'm actually talking about, please, I beg you, with everything that I have, I beg you, I'm on my knees, people, I'm on my knees, I'm begging you, please, go check out the 2 videos that I've posted. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please go check out those videos. Now, 120 times 49 is 5,880. Remember, we had 69 weeks that Daniel was given, which is equals to 3381. 69 weeks out of the 70 weeks that Daniel has been given. Because remember, he's left with 1 week. 1 week, Bafethu, ne? So now we wanted to find out, you would see 69 weeks plus the time from Moses up until Adam. How many years has passed? We figured that out. We've got, now guys, with mathematical proof and everything that we've given in the scriptures in the Bible, we know exactly that the time from Adam being born, the time of creation, up until Moses, takes the people of Israel out of Egypt. Remember, Moses didn't even get into Canaan with them. And I'm going to show you exactly that when God said, in the land that you shall enter in, it shall keep a Sabbath day for me, he actually was telling the truth. Now, we know exactly how many years has passed up until the times of Moses. 2,498 years. And we know from the scripture that Daniel is given 3,381 years. He's left with 1 week. Now, we're adding that with 3381. Now, we get exactly 1 week left. Remember, 120 years is 5,880 years. That's the number of years that God has given us in the whole existence. And now, we added up from Adam up until Moses, plus the 62 weeks that Daniel was given. 69 weeks, sorry. This is exactly what we get. Now, do you see, there's actually 1 week left in the prophecy when they spoke to Daniel. Now, with absolute proof and calculation, we now know with certainty that whoever misinterpreted this to mean 120 years in a human life, not actually the cycle of the world, in the human life, misinterpreted this. We've proved that with calculations. We've proved that when what God was talking about here was actually mankind has 5,880 years to exist. We've proven it. Now we know that we left with 1 week. Now our chart will look something like this. On the right hand side would be the times that Abu Noah and all the people in the Bible have been keeping. 1 to 49, 1 to 49, 1 to 49, ganjalo, but add up by 49 each and every Shabua cycle. Now on the left hand side here, this is where we see this is how God keeps track of his time. This is the formula that God uses. Now guys, remember, these years are the years in the Bible. They are useless to us if we cannot pin these years to the life that we're actually living now. They're useless. This task, this exercise would be for nothing if we cannot link all the creation years, the Shabua years, to the years that we're actually living in now. Because they've given us a calendar, they've given us an AD and BC, they've lost us. But I'm telling you, they know the truth, and they've been keeping these Sabbatic years. But, I'm not sure if they knew why they're keeping them. I'm not sure, but they did. They actually kept it. Even this year, 2023 is a Sabbatic year. You can go and Google it. It's a Sabbatic year. But now, we're going to rely on the prophecy. We're going to look into the prophecy and see if we can actually decipher and see if we can actually find something in the prophecy that could give us a clue on which date to add, so that we can know where we are in this 120 that God is telling us. Now here's the prophecy. Let's read it again. 70 weeks are determined. Now we know what that is. For your people and for your holy city. Who are Daniel's people? The Israelites. I'm gonna make a video. On the next video, I'm gonna show you what happened after Jacob. What happened actually to the people of Israel. After Solomon, after Rehoboam. I'm gonna show you what happened to them and actually where they are today. I'll show you. On my next video, I'll show you all this information. I'll show you which people are they talking about here. To finish transgression, in fact, it's not them only, but also for us. Everyone who's accepted Jesus Christ, this prophecy is for you. To finish the transgression, to make an end of sin, to make reconciliation for iniquity, to bring in everlasting righteousness, to seal up vision and prophecy, and to anoint the most holy. Know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the command from Moses to restore and build Jerusalem until the Messiah, we'll actually get into that. We'll get into that. I just want to show you something first. There shall be 7 weeks and 62 weeks. Remember, 7 plus 62 is 69. That's what's left. The streets shall be built again, and the wall even in troublesome. We'll get to that. Now, after the 62 weeks, yeah? After the 62 weeks, remember, now we know we are actually in the last week. We've calculated and we've seen that we're actually in the last week. And so on. Now we have to look at what is happening in the last week. Messiah shall be cut off, but not for himself. The people of the prince who is to come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary. Now here, we're just going to see if there's anything that has not happened. In fact, check if there's anything that has happened within our timeline to see if we're actually in the last week. Something of significance that has happened in this prophecy that has happened also in our timeline. In that way, we can actually link that days to the prophecy and our creation years. Now, we continue on verse 26 now. After the 62 weeks, we shall cut off the people of the prince who is to come, shall destroy the city and the sanctuary. The end of it shall be with flood. Until the end of war, desolations are determined. Then he shall confirm a covenant with many for 1 week. But in the middle of the week, he shall bring an end to sacrifice and offering. Whoa, whoa. That sounds familiar. He shall bring an end to sacrifice and offering. And these are, everything that's happening now is happening after the 62 weeks, remember. Now, bringing an end to sacrifice and offering. Now ask yourself, what's a sacrifice, what's an offering? Where do you do those things? In church, right? To God, right? Now, I think to myself, 2020, we were locked down. And considering all the feasts that are in the Bible, how we have to observe them, those feasts were disturbed. All the people who served and worshiped God were disturbed. The end of sacrifice and offering was there. That is a significant event that happens here in this prophecy, that actually happens here in our lifetime. There's no way in our lifetime where I remember that the sacrifice and offering, the closing down of the whole world, not even people were able to go to church. There's no way. Now, remember I told you, 2023 is a sabbatic year. You can go and Google it. And yeah, the end of sacrifice and offering, 2020. We'll come back and talk about that.